Hey everyone, my name is Adam and welcome to the South African Intervarsity Hackathon 2025. This video serves as a small demonstration on how to create your project repository, and we'll go through an example repository that I've created as well. Alright, let us begin. So first up, you're going to want to come over to the template repository on GitHub, and then we're going to create a new repository off this template by coming over here and then clicking create a new repository. I'm not going to do this as I have one already, but once you do this, then that newly created repository will be where you're going to submit and track all your work. Now, once you've created your repo, you're going to have to clone it onto your workstation so that you can actually start programming. To do this, you're going to need to know how to use Git. If you don't, then a quick YouTube tutorial can fix that. For the purposes of this demonstration, I'm going to be using Git from the command line because that's what I'm comfortable with. But I would strongly suggest that you check out GitHub Desktop or Fork, as it'll make using Git so much more pleasant. I'm also going to be doing everything from Arch Linux WSL, so let's get that started up real quick. Okay, I've got Arch Linux started up. Now, since I've already created my own example template, I'm just going to go and get that real quick. Here's my example submission. Now I've got Arch started up already. I'm just gonna go and get the link to the repository. Now come over here. I'm gonna run a git clone recursive and paste the repository's link in there, and that's gonna clone. Okay, now that's done. We can just take a quick look around the repository. Over here, this is the folder structure. We've got assets, demo folder, docs, scripts, the source folder with all the code, and then the vendor folder with all the third-party libraries. I'm going to open this up in VS Code real quick. Okay, now from there we can just take a quick look around the example repo, and you'll see all the files from the template as I filled them out for my project. And we can check out the code and everything as well. I've got this class over here in a header file, and then here I've got my main file. This code does basically nothing. It just aimlessly creates 20 heap allocations for no reason, so you can ignore this. This was all just done for demonstration purposes. Now let's over to the setup.md file to see how exactly to run this project. You can see over here that we've got installed Docker. Okay, I already have Docker installed, but if you don't, then you might want to run these commands for Arch and then these ones for Debian-based systems. And then to run the project, we are using a Python script to run it. Okay, let's go ahead and check out what that Python script does. That'll be in scripts and run.py. Okay, this is what that Python script does. You can see that this Python script that I've written just to easily run the project, it's using Docker. My project I created here uses Docker for containerization. Yours doesn't have to at all, but we recommend that you do. Alright, let's run this thing now and see what happens. So I'm gonna come over to Arch. Then I'm gonna run Python scripts run. And there we have it. Okay, so we ran the project, Docker did its thing, and then the program's entry point was hit over here, and then it outputted all of this. And there we go. That's a brief walkthrough on how you can get your project up and running for this year's Intervarsity Hackathon. Thanks for watching, and good luck.